What's up, guys, and welcome to part 2 dose in my series Death to Bro Science. Hopefully you appreciate the background. If you like Halloween, I know you will. And if you don't like Halloween, then you're a weirdo, okay? So get over yourself and start enjoying the fruits of life. So this video is based on a question that I hear a lot, and it only comes from a bro science type of ideology, which is high reps burn more fat, right? No, wrong. So let me tell you exactly what is better when you're trying to burn fat, and also too, let me tell you why it's not an effective way to burn more fat. So the first thing that you need to know is that our muscles are made up of two types of fibers, slow twitch and fast twitch. Now, when are these engaged? Well, mostly slow twitch fibers are engaged whenever you are in higher rep ranges, which kind of doesn't seem like it would make much sense, right? Because you would think that you'd be moving the weight quicker because it's lighter. And then on the other side, fast twitch fibers are actually involved more in heavier weights with lower rep ranges. Now, why does that matter? Ultimately, whenever you're trying to build muscle and or burn fat, you want to make sure that you're targeting both fibers. And it's not that low or high rep ranges don't affect both. It's just that one is way more predominantly present than the other in each scenario. Maybe you're asking yourself, well, does high reps mean better endurance? Again, the answer is no. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, wait a second. So if I'm doing more reps, it means I'm probably moving the weight quicker, which means my heart rate is probably more elevated. I'm breathing heavier, all of those things, as opposed to you see a power lifter, you don't typically see them at the end of a set breathing heavy and just feeling gassed in that way. It typically doesn't happen. But the way that our body mechanics are set up, we actually tap into more muscle fibers and exert more energy whenever we're moving heavyweight as compared to really lightweight. So in regards to muscular endurance, the best way to approach that isn't working all different types of exercises in a higher rep range. And the reason for that is isolated exercises really don't do the trick. So if you really want to improve muscular endurance, typically I actually recommend doing more functional training. So when you see CrossFitters and them doing more compound movements at high rates of speed with explosiveness, that's exactly what they're doing. There's a reason why they're working that way. And that is actually building muscular endurance. If I go in the gym and I do 10 to 15 reps or 15 to 20 reps of bicep curls, I'm really not building muscular endurance.
Well, f you, Kyle!
If I go in and I do 20 to 100 reps of deadlifts or hang cleans, things like that, 100%, now we're potentially talking of moving into that area. But again, that's why CrossFit exists. So back to the main point, which is fat loss. Because it's still COVID season, we don't know when it's going away, and I've seen a lot of, let's just say, fluffy people recently.
How about that? Just like you had in jail, the commissary. Without the wrapper, you can get to it quick. Look.
I'm gonna die.
Now you a fat ass ain't. Yeah. Taste it, baby D. Yeah, that's good. Eat this.
So, yeah, we gonna need to work on that, y'all. Myself, I'm 10 pounds over right now. It's time. My belly's starting to talk to me. He's making a face. The little, the little roll crease thing. Yeah, it's happening right now. I know y'all like, man, shut up. But listen, beauty. But listen, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, I know what I'm capable of. And you need to find out what you're capable of, but that's a whole nother point. So now to burn the most fat, the question isn't so much which rep range burns more fat. It's actually when you are trying to burn fat, the best way to be able to do that effectively is to hold on to as much muscle as you possibly can. Now, how do you hold on to as much muscle as you possibly can? It's by working in those lower to moderate rep ranges. And again, it all goes back to those muscle fibers, because with heavy weights, that's the only time you're recruiting those fast twitch fibers, and you're still activating those slow twitch. So you're getting more of a total, complete fiber workout, so to speak. So by doing that, that means that you may, which isn't likely when you're really calorie restricted, but you may gain muscle But the most important part, again, is maintaining the muscle that you already have. So anytime you're in a calorie restriction, that's the idea, guys. To be able to build muscle and burn fat at the same time, for most people, is kind of pie in the sky thinking. So remember, the key part is hanging on to that muscle that you've built so hard to build. Or if you have very little, you want to maintain what you do have so you don't have that skinny fat look. Yeah, that's not cute. Y'all might like dad bods, but the majority of the public, those same girls that said they like dad bods, when they were at my shows, I didn't see them going towards dad bods. I'm just saying. But anyways, the point to this whole video, guys, was just to dispel that myth, because I know it comes from bro science. At the end of the day, it does. Like, in my head, yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. When I was younger, I thought the same thing. I thought, oh yeah, if I want to burn fat, I'll just go in there and crank out a bunch of reps, do drop sets. I'll just move through my workout as fast as I can, keep that heart rate up. But again, the issue is that you're not actually burning more calories when compared to when you're moving heavy weight and really activating all those muscle fibers. So, to summarize, if you want endurance, train more like a CrossFitter.
Day. Kiss my balls, asshole! Dude, I totally didn't mean that, Cal. I really want to go to Casa Bonita.
If you want to burn more fat, train more like a power lifter or a bodybuilder that's working in what you would call moderate rep range, which kind of, again, keeping yourself within that 6 to 12 window. When you start going above that, again, it's the amount of workload that you're going to have to put in to get the same kind of results is kind of pointless. So while it may seem cool and you may get sweatier, as the age-old adage goes, work smarter, not harder. And again, if anybody ever wants any of the studies that I use to provide you with this information, just ask the question, drop it in the comments, shoot me a message. So until next time, stay working, stay grinding. I love y'all. Let's get it.
Hey, I'm in psycho mode.